Welcome to the show, guys. You know, it's your girl Live with Taji. I mean, at this point, I know the reintroduction is crazy, but for those that's just tuning in for the first time, I've got to introduce myself. But thank you so much for tuning in. And I have a dope artist. I mean, she's an actress, singer, songwriter, rapper, and then some. And she's got some great deets for us tonight. Yes, I said deets. Okay, details. Okay, so how are you, Danielle Black?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful.
I see you rocking the red hair for us today.
I am. I've been rocking red for a good minute now. I'm gonna be like this probably until next summer, possibly. Might conjure up in my head by then.
Okay, I see, you love to change the hair color often, which is cool, like a chameleon. Gotta keep us on our toes, like, oh, what look is she gonna have next? So I love that. And I know you have a lot of music videos out. I mean, you've been doing music for a while, right?
Yeah.
So my question, of course, with the whole rapping and singing, how, like, is it easy for you sometimes when you write a song, right? And it's like, dang, this would be dope if I sing it instead. Or matter of fact, it would be dope if I rap. And I know sometimes with putting it together is good, but how do you pick, like, if they both sound good equally, but you had to make a decision, like, how do you figure that out?
That's a really great question.
Or
what?
Does it depend on what you're talking about in the song, or?
No, it's a great question because that actually happened with my song Solid Gold on my Solid Gold project on my last EP. So Solid Gold, the song Solid Gold was supposed to be sung the whole way through. And it wasn't working, and we were like, no, like it just wasn't clicking. And then I was like going over it, and my engineer was like, do it just the way you said it. Like, do it just like that. Like, let's try it like that. And so I kind of like talked, rapped, sang it, just kind of went through with it, and it worked. And we put the little melodies behind it. And that song winded up, was supposed to be sang, and it winded up being, going down a different route. So it honestly depends on the beat, to be real. And then once it's laid down, if I want to do some melodies or some ad-libs behind it, kind of give it some more of a melodic feel, then that's what it is. But it's really all about the beat.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be the beat. But even so, like, I can, like, even with the beat, it'll get you in that vibe, like, oh man, I feel like rapping to this. But then, rap, sing, like, I love how you can incorporate both,
Thank you. Yeah, it's hard to get away from the rap because I write kind of more in rap form than it's more, than it is melody. So I'm just really, because I started off writing for myself, more in melodic terms, and then I just started rapping about my life, and that kind of just took off because I started rapping by rapping recipes. How to put, recipes together. And that's really how I got into this whole rap thing. And some people at the time were like, no, you're not a rapper, you're a singer and this, and that. And I'm like, how about I'm like all of it?
Right. Like, why put a stamp on it? And how do you tell me who I am?
Correct. When I'm just becoming, that was my beginning, so, can you see me?
Yeah.
It was just my beginning. So it was my beginning stages. So, was I the best rapper at the beginning? No, but who really is the best at anything in the beginning? So.
Yeah. I mean, we all start somewhere,
Correct.
We all start somewhere. Everyone deserves that opportunity. And I see that you actually, you got a lot of progress going that not many can say. So congratulations with that. And then I know you have some albums out already. And that's dope. And as you're talking, of course, I hear like a little, like, and I'm a New Yorker, but I can hear a little something. I'm like, is it Long Island? It sounds Long Islandish.
so many people tell me that. They're like, yo, you from Long Island? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, why? And they're like, because you sound like you're from over there. I'm originally from the Bronx. And then, you know, I've been living in Yonkers for quite a while now. So it's like coming from every corner. My accent will just come out in like different ways. And they're like, wait a minute.
Is there something in the water in the Yonkers? Because I feel like I met about 20 people in the past few months that live in Yonkers. I'm like, what's popping over there that I don't know about?
Listen, it's the same thing. I'm telling you, Yonkers is like pretty much the same as the Bronx. It really is no different. The girls are the same. The boys are the same. There's really no different. If you go a little bit more up in Westchester, that's when it starts to change a little bit and become a little bougie and, you know,
right.
Not really my cup of tea.
Yeah, I hear that. So, I mean, I know you act as well, and I'm sure that's fun for you. And it's on a different level, but I know that requires like similarities. Like, you know, you got to do auditions, you know, and try to please that person. But in a way, when it comes to music, you're being yourself.
Right. And I'm also, you know, putting on, I mean, it is part of acting as well, because you're putting on, you know, Danielle Black is not an every minute of the day thing. You know what I mean? So there's a regular Danielle that's just on her sweatpants and, you know, guinea tea and rocking around the house and doing whatever. You know what I mean? And then Danielle pops on and it's a completely, you know, different person. You know, so in a way it's kind of acting because you're putting on a show, you're putting on an act. You know, you're entertaining the crowd and you're kind of in this different element. You know, it's a different world.
Right. It's a different world. But you're also being yourself too, especially like when you're
it's a different part of me.
Yeah, it's a different part. So Danielle Black, where did Danielle Black come from?
Okay, so this has been like the big question lately.
Of course.
So my name in total is Danielle Antonietta Negro, and that's Italian. So Negro means black in many different languages. Spanish, Czechoslovakian, I believe. I think 3 or 4 different languages it means black. So I started off as Marilyn Pierce. Then I
yes. Marilyn.
I know.
Monroe. Oh.
Yes. So it was from Marilyn Monroe, and then my singing coach at the beginning her last name was Pierce. So I asked her if I could use her last name. She said, of course, as long as you spell it a little different. So I did that. But when it's not clicking and it's not you, because you're evolving in the beginning, and you know, when people are like, oh, what's your name? And I'm like, Marilyn Pierce, and it doesn't sound like you're not like fully connected to it.
Yeah.
Then because of my initials, D.A.N, a lot of people always call me, oh, what up, Dan, and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, let me just call myself Dan, D.A.N. And when I left my old studio at the time where I was recording and kind of like brewing and becoming who I am today, I was at a family party and I was talking to my brother, and I was like, what come up with a name. Like, what do you think I should call myself? And he goes, we're sitting there for like half hour, we're shooting out names. And I'm like, nah, that's too cheesy. Nah, I'm not rocking with that.
Yeah.
He goes, just call yourself Danielle Black. And I was like, bingo, the fucking light bulb went on. I was like, that's
it right there.
That's
Danielle
the one
Black.
right there.
And then that's a good opener, you know, conversation starter, like Danielle Black. I mean, you're gonna get that often, even if it was a different name. Like, is Danielle your real name? Is it not your real name? Like, you know, it's gonna happen.
There's a meaning behind it. It's my last name, you know, that's what it means. And so I went with it. I rocked with it.
That's nice. So now that you talked about Marilyn Pierce, right? So that means you were an artist under that name. Is there any music that's incorporated with Marilyn Pierce as well? Because I know that happens when you hey, I think this is it. I just need something right now. And then next thing you know, it's like, okay, well, I need to change it. So
no, I was just developing at the time. So it was just really like, maybe I want to say 20 times I said that name out loud, you know, and then it wasn't sticking. And then I kind of just kept changing it. And then when I knew that I was going to come out, it was maybe about a year before I really put my stuff out that I came up with Danielle Black. So,
okay.
So I'm happy everything is in sync.
Yes. I will say you're very creative. Very creative to me when I see you, like your page and your YouTube videos and everything. I think that you like to think outside the box. And I say that because you're very daring, meaning having listen, I'm not touching no snake. You can forget that. I was like, I don't know how you did it, but so that's one. And then I saw another video where you had like, it was kind of like Mad Hatter themed.
Yes.
Like this cute tulle dress. I was like, you know how to dress your ass off, though. I'll give you that.
All from Amazon, honey. All from Amazon.
Oh, that was.
You want to know how to be an artist with a little budget?
With a budget?
You got to make it work. You know, if that poofy dress was flat as hell, I would have returned it and tried again. But it looked exactly like the picture, and I said, "That's it."
That's dope. That's good to know, guys. There's nothing wrong with Amazon. I'm shopped.
No, absolutely not. You can make anything look more than what it is. That's the point. You have to be creative, and it's not the outfit doesn't wear you. You wear the outfit. You know.
But let's not forget about this snake thing. We're not gonna go past this whole snake. Were you actually comfortable with that, and we just don't see that you were uncomfortable? Or are you all right with snakes? Like,
well, no, it wasn't that I was all right with snakes. I'm an animal person, so I just have that genuine make it be known that don't let the animal know that you are afraid. So we're fearful, you know, kind of calm down. And you really have to tune into the animal more than have it tune into you. Or I should say, actually, it should be both, because, you know, when you see like those Chinese people and they're like, you know, making the snake move, and it looks like the snake is making the woman move. The woman's making, or the man is making the snake move. So it's really like you guys have to be like intertwined.
Right.
But my videographer just hit me up one day and he goes, "How do you feel about snakes?" I said, "I have no clue. I've never actually worked with a snake. I don't know." So, but I'm open to options and kind of risk taking, and, you know, being open to it. I'm not going to limit myself. And to be honest with you, snakes mean rebirth. And I was on my beginning journey of my rebirth. So it was very, you know, meaningful, and it was emotional for me. And honestly, when they put that snake around me, like we were like one. And it moves on to you. It's looking for a warm spot of your body. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just looking for that warmth, and they're trained. So I wasn't thinking that it was going to like go and squeeze me into like a little, you know what I mean? I was mad calm and just went for it.
Listen, that easy for you to say, but you know, good for you. I'm good, but I like you. I was there, and I wasn't small either.
No, and
no problem.
Too. They were gonna put 2 on me, and we did that at first, but it was like too much because, you know, you're trying to perform at the same time having a snake around you and kind of like working it to work with you.
Yeah. So.
But it worked.
That's great. Yeah, it worked. It came out dope too. It definitely worked.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna say, like, music. Clearly, you know, we're under quarantine, so you have more than enough time to write more songs if needed. I'm sure you already have songs out there unreleased and so forth. So what's going on with the music lately, you know?
You know, during quarantine, it was time to continue writing more music. You know, I did a lot of business behind the scenes stuff. You know, one thing about being an independent artist, and a lot of artists don't understand that it's not just about the music. It's about the push behind it. It's about how you brand yourself, you know, you market yourself, and how is your music being seen and who is seeing it. So I did a lot of rebranding. So it's a whole new push right now. I got a new website coming out, and just everything is just brand new. And so that's really how I spent my quarantine, just in Zoom meetings and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And just making sure that everything, it was on the go to when we were fully done out of quarantine, that, hey, I'm here. Danielle Black's here. I didn't waste a goddamn second.
Right. So we're here on a Tuesday, but I know last week, Thursday, you released some new music for us.
Yes.
So there's a new song that came out, right?
Yeah, week ago we released "You Think You Know Me." That's the first single of 2020. So proud of it and happy that finally I was able to put out these singles, because these singles were supposed to be out maybe a month or two ago, but because of quarantine, I couldn't get into the studio just to fine tune maybe a few things, and but finally we were able to get it done and release that. And we just released another song, "Soul Never Dies." So basically I have music up at the wazoo, and we're just releasing music nonstop for the rest of the year.
Nice. Yeah. Oof, it's crazy. I can't wait. I mean, the videos are amazing, the songs are amazing. When you're in your creative senses, is it what gets you going? Is it like when you're sad about something, or extremely happy, or is it like just in the moment? Like, you know what? Like, you could just be watching a TV show. Let's say, for instance, I don't know. What's that? I barely watch TV anymore. How to Get Away with Murder. Let's say How to Get Away with Murder, and you saw something on there and was like, you know what? This needs to be a song. I feel like writing something about what happened in the courtroom or whatever. Like, does something like tick depending on in the moment, or is it based on like feel like what you've been going through emotionally?
So it depends. A lot of my music is emotional, stuff that has happened or that I've experienced, and kind of used that situation and wrote it in a song. A lot of it stems from pain or hurt, love, or just in general being an artist, because it's really not easy when you don't have anyone around you that knows anything about the music industry, that kind of judges you, from A to Z. It could be anything, budgeting your money or this or that, or whatever the case may be, how I act, I'm just different. So I use a lot of that anger and pain and hurt, and I put it into my music. But like you said, like, there are some things that, like, my girlfriend was saying, I'm like, yo, that's a song, that's a title. And I'll text it to myself or write it down in my notepad. And on a later date, when that beat comes around, I'm like, yo, that thing that I wrote in my notepad, I'm going to write about that right now. So I actually have a song that's that situation, and it's called "Back of the Cadillac," and it's super dope. And we're gonna release it over the summer.
Back of the Cadillac. Is it literally back of the Cadillac?
Yes.
Goes down the back of the Cadillac.
Yeah, there's a lot that could go down in the back of the Cadillac.
Right, because from what I heard, there's a whole lot of space in the back of a Cadillac.
Oh yes, just put those seats down, baby. Yeah,
well, I can't wait to hear that then. You know?
It's a dope track. It's basically just about being, a woman that independent woman that does it all. She got her man, her husband, and her kids, and she didn't lose her touch, and she's getting everything done. And there's no excuses to not feel and look pretty, to not get it in with your man, to not make that deal, to not get your kids to school and make their food. There's no excuse. As long as you take care of you 100%, you could do anything and everything and take care of your family. I do it now. I don't have kids or anything like that, but I'm my grandmother's caretaker. I do all the laundry in the house. I clean the house. I do everything. And I still get on Zoom with you and do my meetings,
That's what's up, because you're about your business. I take it seriously, and this is the time to push and get your name out there on platforms, because everyone has different audiences,
Right.
So I definitely appreciate you taking your time with me.
Thank you for having me.
We New Yorkers, so we here, But I want to talk about the new song that you have. Is there a video out already or coming out shortly?
Well, right now, if it's just a single, I'm just doing little promo videos. So no music videos as far as that. But there is going to be a music video out for my new single that's coming out the end of July called I've Fallen. It was actually the first song, and it's a ballad and a melody. It's me singing, no rapping whatsoever. And I wrote this song maybe 11, 12 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And recorded it. And I'm just now putting it out because it just didn't go along with what I was working with in the beginning. It didn't make any sense. And now that I'm kind of going into a different, trying different genres
Right.
and stuff like that, but remaining my swaggy self because I can't let that go. It's never going to go away. And just doing something different and putting it out there. And plus, since I have the buzz and I have, a following, hey, why not? I think now's the time. So.
Right. That's dope that you still have songs that you wrote from so long ago.
Oh yeah, my next single that's coming out in a week or two. Yeah, 2 weeks from today. Is called Secret. And that's an oldie too. That has to be like 8, 9 years old. And we finished it, redid it, and we're putting it out. Yeah, why not?
So is there gonna be a song coming out every week, every other week? At one every month?
Pretty much every other week, unless we hit a retrograde.
Oh boy.
I'm not working with that retrograde. They don't want to work with me, and I'm not working with it. I'm leaving it alone.
I hear that. Now in regards to when you're writing, it depends on the beat, if you want to sing or if you want to rap and so forth. Who makes that beat for you? Do you have a specific team that you like to work with? Or are you open to anybody that that produces some dope beats and hey, let's work? Or I'm sure they come to you and be like, hey, let's work. But some people have certain people they like to stick with, and then there's some artists that, hey, we could work. So
yeah, 100%. I'm not about putting myself in a box. I don't like to be limited. I like to try different things. Like when you said chameleon, I'm literally the chameleon of music. Like I like to try different things. I like to try, I'm half Puerto Rican, so I definitely want to do a Spanish joint or, some reggaeton or something, that would be dope to try out. But no, I have one producer that I predominantly work with one-on-one constantly. He feeds me all of his beats and we make it happen. But I have people that, come to me and want to throw me some beats, and, I fish online and I buy my beats and buy the rights to it. And if I think I'm going to use it and work with it, then I go and do that. So I'm literally always looking and fishing for new stuff.
There's nothing wrong with that. You love fishing for new stuff and you keep giving us new stuff.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it that you're taking this time and, keeping busy and bringing us more and then some. But definitely people need to know where to follow you. I mean, do you have a website? Are you on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok maybe? Everybody seems to be on that now. So where do we follow Danielle Black, DB?
Yeah. Exactly. You guys can follow me at Just Danielle Music on Instagram. And I have a website out, justdanielleblack.com, but we are coming up with a new one in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. And that you can email and contact me through there. Find out all the newest singles, all my videos, just basically all about me. And
Catch the music on all platforms. Well, we got
all
Apple,
platforms.
Google,
all
Amazon.
platforms.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Dope music it's got a different flavor too. We love different. So keep giving us that different.
Thank you.
And I know you have your songs finished, which is going to be playing after this magnificent show that you're giving me here. And you think you know me. I love that because people swear that they know you and they really don't.
They don't.
So, I can't wait for people to hear that and and see the video, of course, for finished.
Yeah, it's very vibey, it's boppy. It almost gives me like a Cali feel, which I'm all about, and I think it's really a dope track. I really do.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Keep
Thank you.
giving us some dope tracks, and I don't think you need to write anymore. I'm sure, especially if you're talking about music from 11, 12 years ago. My gosh, like, I don't know if I could sit on it that long. I'd be like, listen, I need to write, and this needs to come out right now because this is dope.
I know the one that's coming out in 2 weeks, Secret. My girl was with me in the studio one day, and we're going through like the roster of songs, just like going down memory lane, and all of a sudden this song started playing, and she was like, I need this in my life. This is something I have when a guy comes over and I have it playing in the background. I'm like, chill out over there. She was like, gonna have a conniption, but yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Funny.
That's funny. That's funny. Funny.
I'm like, all right, I'm putting it out just for you. I'm putting it out.
Yes. And so every other week we're gonna be getting music. So that means that they need to keep following you and stay on it. Yes. You know? So that means I need to turn on my post notifications too, because I want to see what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Yes. Yeah.
And I mean, I know it's kind of crazy right now with being able to do videos, but it is.
Listen, I have to say, I'm really blessed and lucky that I have the people around me on my team that are willing to work through this apocalypse that's happening right now. And, you know, people who really can see past certain things and have that intuitive, you know, gut instinct that let's still get together, we'll rock it, you know, and that's it, you know.
Yeah.
So
yes. Time went by so fast. My gosh. If you want to know more about Danielle Black, you just need to go to social media and follow and keep up. And please listen to new songs that's going to be released along the way. You know what? Souls never die.
No.
And I like how you title the songs because they're so true. Like I feel like people can really relate to that. Souls never die.
Yes.
Finish.
Yeah.
You think you finished? Like, I love how you said Jada's. Jealous haters. Oh, I was like, I love this girl. Haters.
Every time I say that, people are like, yes, exactly.
Jada's. I love that.
Jada's. Yep.
Yes. Please come out with a shirt or something that says Jada's.
Yes, I will.
Because I will buy it.
I have a lot of stuff coming out.
I will buy it.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. So please, where should everybody follow you one more time on Instagram?
At Just Danielle Music on Instagram and justdanielleblack.com.
Oh, she got a .com.
Yes.
Excuse me. Well, thank you so much for giving me your time. Yes. I know you got so many interviews to attend to.
Listen, keep them coming. It's quarantine. I could do this all day.
hey, I love it. Thank you. And keep doing what you do. I can't wait to hear more music from you. And make sure you guys stay tuned with Danielle Black. You heard it here on Live with Taji, WEMS Radio. And I will see you next week.
Thank you, and I appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, you thought I was finished? You thought I was kidding? Some songs I be spitting, money songs I be singing. I come through with them freshlings, smooth like I'm Wesley, flying like the jet flee. Your Jaders don't impress me.
Whoa, what you mean, Jaders?
Jealous haters. You walk around like your shit don't stink. You unsuccessful cause your brain don't think. Ideas on your mind but your heart won't sink. Post lies on IG but you slip in the ring. You mix, I do it better than you. Prophecy on what I do. Climb through the bullshit I've been through. You're the same old story, ain't nothing new. I'm so rah. You're so nah. You talk blah. I'm so yeah. You don't know why you won't grow. It seems as though you blame me. I got dreams and I don't want no one to know about them. Cause if I do, then I might have to take matters in my own hands. I'm keeping secrets, eye to eye, hand in hand. I'm old school and I'll make the call to swing and behead. Cut through the one who decided to unfriend, befriend.